This summer promised to be a good one for Simon Le Bon as group Duran Duran wrote the theme for the James Bond movie, A View to a Kill. It hit #1 on the charts. When we last talked with him at the end of July, Simon Le Bon told us about another love in his life besides music, and it is sailing. Well, 2 weeks after that, in the middle of a race, his boat, the Drum of England, capsized, and Simon was trapped inside. Now, he survived, and since that time, he has a new album out called So Red the Rose, and he's joining us this morning. It's nice to have you here with us. How are you doing?
Thank you very much. I'm doing fine, actually. Yes, we've been here in New York mixing the album So Red the Rose by Arcadia in your record shop soon. Please buy it. And we have been having a pretty good time. It's a very busy city. We're leaving, actually, at the end of the week over to Europe.
And in the meantime, the boat's almost fixed, right? It's all been repaired?
Yeah, I mean, in the 4 weeks that have elapsed since the boat went down, they've actually totally refitted the inside of the boat, pulled out all the electrics, put new electrics in. Obviously, that went when the circuits got wet. The whole thing is being refitted, and actually improvements have been made to the boat, which will make it a lot faster in the round the world race.
Well, what happened? It was about 3 in the afternoon, I think, when it
yeah, basically,
capsized.
yeah. And a lot of us were asleep. Who'd just come off the first watch, and the big watch. We'd been sailing for 2 days, and actually, when you're doing that kind of a race, the 2 days you just can't sleep because it's so exciting. You know,
yeah.
and the Fastnet race is a very exciting race. And I'd been downstairs for half an hour, and suddenly there's a series of bangs, and the boat actually turned upside down. It was quite incredible. If you can imagine your living room at home, your living room being turned upside down, and all the carpets, the tables, the chairs, everything in the room is floating around in about a foot of water on the ceiling, and that's where you have to walk around. And the only possible means of escape is a small hole about that size square, which is somewhere underneath about 4 carpets. And on the outside of the hull, on the outside of the deck, a lot of lines had come down. It was like the underneath of a Portuguese man of war, the jellyfish. A total tangle, a forest of cables and wires, which made it very difficult for anybody to actually swim underneath.
And get in there.
Add to that the fact that in water of that temperature, a man can survive for approximately 20 minutes before losing consciousness.
Well, you were inside that little space for, I think, about 40 minutes, and one of the divers that rescued you said that the fumes were pretty toxic.
Yeah, but what happened actually was the generator had been burning. We didn't have toxic fumes. It was vapor from the generator, hot petrol vapor.
Oh.
We call it petrol. I think you call it gasoline.
Yes.
Hot petrol vapor, and mixed with hydrochloric acid, which the batteries were leaking. It was a very nasty, pungent.
They really had to get you out of there.
I mean, we could have survived there. We could have survived, I should think, inside the hull for another 2 hours before being very uncomfortable and very cold.
Yeah.
But as it was, I mean, 40 minutes is a long time to be staring the big D, death in the eye sockets,
it is.
You know.
What went through your mind when you were staring at the big D?
Well, I just found out very quickly what my true values in life are. I learned a lot of perspective. My life.
Did it change you?
My life. It did, yes. I mean, I learned to I realized just how incredibly fragile and valuable life is. And I just realized sort of what things I love, which is my woman, my family, and my friends, you know. And it changed things a lot in that way. People came up to me afterwards, after the accident had happened, and said, well, the boat wasn't insured. You must have £1 million headache, Simon. And I said, well, you know, what are you talking about? I have my life. That's incredibly valuable, much more valuable than any possible monetary loss or gain that could be sustained from it. And it is a very enlightening experience. It's it's almost like membership to a very exclusive club, you know. I have, you know.
And I should just point out that in all that, he's not giving up sailing. He's going on a 7-month around the world race. It's nice to have you with us, and glad to hear that the boat is fixed and that everything is okay. Good luck on the new album, too, by the way.
Thank you, yeah.
As he said, it's in your record stores soon.
Yeah, actually, the release, let me tell you a little. Can I have a little bit more time?
I can't
no,
do that
God.
for you.
Unbelievable.